You're like, am I driving an Evo or the Evo 8s, Evo 9s? They don't have the pedestrian. Gotcha.
So it's nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with the go straight, right?
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the exhaust, how it turned out. One more for the boys?
You know?
After us, boys.
La te sí me cisqué, güey. Dije, valió madres.
They're coming for us. Oh, they ain't there.
They're in Chinguiza. They're probably chasing some Honda. But the thing is, like, they would come here and be like, nah. I know, that scared us too, officer. Who was that, you know?
Wasn't us, yeah.
Wasn't us. Welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Carlos. Carlos, thank you so much for making the time, man.
Yeah, no problem, dude. I'm happy to be
it was
here.
a far drive for you.
Yeah, it was about an hour drive early in the morning, but no traffic, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to have you go back home earlier because I know it's a long drive for you, but I appreciate it. For those that don't know, Ventura County, big shout out to you guys because I've interviewed a few of you guys, and it's a small community, but it's there and it's very strong. So shout out to all of you guys from Ventura County. What area code is that?
It's 805.
Shout out to 805. Yeah. Everyone from 805. Oh, what's up? That one time.
The handful of us down there, man.
All 6 of you.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you guys, man. But what did you bring us today, man?
So I brought you my 2011 Honda CRZ.
CRZ 2011. Man, looks good.
Yeah, thank you.
2011? It's a 13-year-old car, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, 13.
Is it?
Yeah, 13-year-old car.
I'm good at math.
On the spot.
Don't ask me to add 3 to that because I'm not going to know what it is. Got it. Before we talk about this beautiful CRZ, tell us about yourself, man. When do you remember thinking, I like cars, this is my hobby?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I really like cars. But I really got into Honda specifically and like tuning them and modifying them was with my brother. He was in high school and he got his first car. It was a DA, a 91 Integra. And my cousin's husband, which was her boyfriend at the time, kind of got us all into Hondas. He was kind of a mechanic and he was doing swaps. So we were just, hanging out with them after school and doing these swaps. So that's kind of where I really got into Hondas and doing swaps and modifying them. But yeah, my first car from Honda, which actually was an Acura.
Which you said that's what you wanted, right? You wanted a DA and you got a DA.
Yeah, my family, we would make trips down to Tecate, Baja California. We had a family down there, and I remember one time we were driving back. It was early in the morning, and I saw a DA, which I didn't know was a DA at the time. I had no idea about Hondas or anything. I saw it, and I was like, when I get older and I'm able to buy a car, I want to buy that one. Y dicho y hecho, I turned 16, went and got a $3,000 loan, and
damn, at 16?
16.
Damn, at 16 I was trying to flirt with some girls that kept rejecting me. You're
bro.
getting a loan at the bank?
I was working at the time,
bro.
And took my mom down to the bank, had her co-sign for the $3,000 loan. They gave me cash, and vámonos. We went to San Diego, and I picked up a 93 Acura Integra LS Special Edition, which not a lot of people know about that car, and I'll give you a little bit of information about it, but it was pretty much a GSR. The only thing it didn't have the B17 VTEC, it had the B18. And it didn't have ABS, which the GSR did, and it didn't have the third brake light on the spoiler, so it had it on the hatch. But other than that,
it didn't have wheels.
It had the GSR wheels. It had it had the alloy GSR wheels.
They're gonna go down the line. They had none of that, but it was a GSR.
But it was a GSR.
It's like me saying that core, bro. It's like an NSX, but it doesn't have the motor in the back, and and it just
pretty much it's a Ferrari.
A whole different design.
Pretty much. Cool. But yeah, it had leather seats, which you know. I think that was the only option that had leather seats, was a special edition, and it had cup holders on the armrest. You'd pick it up, which people with the DAs know they don't come with cup holders. Like the cup holders in the glove department, you put it down and like you put your drinks there.
And you found a gem.
It was a gem.
Obviously you didn't know.
I had
did you?
Huh?
Did you know that it was like rare?
I didn't know at the time. I didn't know. I still have the rims though in my, at my house. I kept the rims when I sold it. So if anybody wants some GSRs, hit me up. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to sell it. That car went through a lot of iterations. It ended up having a GSR fully built. It made like 230 horsepower.
Nice.
And suspension, all bushings were redone. It was totally like a new car. But I had to sell it, and then I ended up getting a DC5, which was super clean.
So practically the same thing, but newer.
But newer, yeah, newer. But it did not feel as good as my DA. Like the DA felt alive. The DC5 was a little bit more numb to me.
You mean safe?
Yeah, that's probably what it was. It was safer.
I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't falling apart.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like gas.
But you know what? That's what makes the car alive.
Right.
It makes the car alive.
It's slowly the CRZ morphed into a CRX.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I went from the DC5 and then I got a fit. Same thing, felt numb. And here we are today with the CRZ.
Well, you gotta.
Oh, you were able to open the door, dude. Not a lot of people could open it. They're like, how do you open this?
You know how I don't know how to open el Tesla, güey.
Oh,
I don't know how to open one of those.
Is it like you push the thing, no? Or
I don't know, that's what I'm telling you. I don't know how to open. Well, you're telling me, like, I don't know.
I'm questioning you, like, así se hace,
we had an Uber, and I went on the left side, my wife went on the right side. I didn't know how to get in, so I had to go around. Estoy bien, güey. I don't know how to open a Tesla. Ahora en la discoteca. Hey.
I have to, dude. ¿Vamos las ventanas o?
Yeah, si quieres.
A little bit, no?
Yeah.
Or you want to test on my AC?
Oh, sí prende.
Sí prende. So yeah, that's something I needed to have, like with
AC?
AC, yeah, dude, because like I'm not a kid anymore. Like let's make it like right. Let's do it right this time.
You can try out the AC if you want, so that way you get all the power.
All the power, huh?
Yeah.
No, si se hace la diferencia.
Bro. Kill the lights, bro. Yeah, we're not trying to be fancy today.
It actually does, dude.
Plus, you're adding like 180 pounds extra with me. Who am I lying?
Está así el carro.
Bro, your suspension is blown from what side? And you're like, yeah, it's actually the left side. I don't know how it's still on the right side. Go that way.
This way?
Yeah. And then you can make a right.
All right? Okay.
Yeah, we'll go down towards Financial District. Ooh, I didn't even ask. Exhaust system, what is it?
Dude, it's this weird name. I can't even pronounce it. Like Accelerator or something like that. I have no idea what it is.
No way, you got the Accelerator 3000?
Yeah,
that sounds great.
But it's a full custom exhaust. It has a cat, and dude, the guy told me put this. It's called a turbo muffler. He's like, it's gonna sound good, and I told him okay. He's been doing it for years, so lo puso, and yeah, dude, I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. So
it sounds good though.
Yeah. So that's the thing I'm working on is it has a hill start assist light that's on because I took out the old engine and it doesn't let me turn off traction control. So ahorita que le hice a second, you heard it. Like, oh yeah, it didn't let me like launch on it.
Gotcha. Well, again, it's expected to have issues like that when you do a swap. The car feels peppy though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the car feels peppy, especially when we're going uphill. Once we go downhill on a turn, I want you to hit it at 80. Ain't even no traction control there, bro. Today's the day, bro.
Dude, it works pretty crazy, the traction control on this. Like,
it actually works?
Because I pushed it and like it actually brakes for you. So if you're losing control, it'll brake on that side that you're...
Let's go and try, bro.
Let's test it out.
I don't believe you. Let's go to Canyon right now. That's cool, man. I like it. Yeah. chemistry there, but you know. There's a guy that doesn't know how to even change a tire. I love it. I always talk so much smack, and I don't know how you guys are still super nice to me. I love it.
No, es carrilla, like we say in Spanish.
No, aguántate, güey,
El que se agüita pierde.
Sí, sí, sí. Y si te llevas, aguántate.
Yeah, aguántate, yeah, exactly.
Me agüita, no, get me out.
Leave right here.
So one thing that I like about these older cars, it still has like a GPS from like 2008. You know, it's really old, but the fact that it has it.
Yeah.
Now these cars, I think they were on the pricier side, no?
Yeah, they were. I think they were about like 2,000. No, sorry.
Damn,
imagine
that expensive? No,
I think they were like 25,000 when they first came out.
That's expensive. Yeah. But they have a lot of cool tech, and that's what I like. Man.
I've always been into these ones, and I was just on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, looking around for a CRZ, and I came up on this one. It was from a gentleman down here in San Bernardino, and he was moving to Texas, so yeah, I found it, and I want to go check it out, and I'm like, dude, this is it. I took it for a test drive, and dude, you get in and you're like, yeah, this is what I want. It felt more sporty, like, you know, I'm back to a sporty Honda, and yeah, I pulled the trigger on it, and
it was manual from the get-go, right?
Manual from the get-go. Okay. It has a hybrid system, so it has a battery in the back and an electric motor sandwiched between the engine and the transmission.
Which is high tech, you know, if you think about it.
Yeah, it is, and it's pretty cool. Seeing, you know, the electric, you know, you have a gauge for your battery and how much it's recharging and assisting. So
now this one doesn't, you don't have to plug it in?
No,
it recharges as it drives?
It regenerates on its own, yeah. As you like let off the wheel and you're going downhill, like it'll start using the regenerative force of the motor to recharge the battery for you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I got it, and yeah, I've had it for like 2 years. But I always had a plan to swap this car, which is I guess what makes this one a little bit more different than the other ones was I put a K20 Z3 in it, and kind of brought the car back to life. Because
it woke it up for sure.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
The thing with the hybrid system is it's pretty cool. Like it gives you torque off the line, and like you're going uphill, it gives you some torque. But once that battery is like fully drained,
so 20 minutes into the drive.
Like yeah, you get no power after that. You get like the little 1.5 engine horsepower, so it doesn't really buggy.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so that's kind of why.
So you're like, it's missing something.
It's missing something, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we'll get into the power plant. I think it's pretty cool. I really like the design of the car. Let's start talking about the outside of the car. It hasn't been resprayed under your ownership, right?
No, it was resprayed when I got it.
Cool. Yeah. It's really clean. I really like it. Having a black car is a hit and miss. Just because it's a lot of work to maintain it, but you've done a great job, especially being that it's your daily driver. Front end, what have we done to it?
Front end, so it has the JDP engineering front lip.
Nice.
I also got the headlights. They were already like, you know, getting yellow, so I re-cleared them. But
These are OEM headlights?
Yeah, the OEM headlights.
They come with projectors.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
And then I have the LEDs in them, so.
Wow, that's cool, you know, they came with all that stuff. I get excited about my clunkers don't have none of this, you know. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. And then suspension, what have you done to it?
So suspension, it has TN, the basic streets.
Oh, nice. Mild drop, so I'm sure it still handles like a dream.
Yeah, I didn't want to slam it too much because I was getting some rubbing on the fender, and I don't really want to, you know, roll the fenders and all that. So I kind of put it to a height where it doesn't rub.
Gotcha. Okay. And then wheel and tire setup.
So the tires are 17s. These are actually Honda accessories for this car.
For this specific car?
Yeah, for this specific car.
Wow.
So they came when I bought the car. So
it reminds me of the 8th gen Civic. You know how
they're very similar. They're very similar.
I think less aggressive, but they remind me a lot of that.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much almost the same design, if I'm not mistaken.
And you mentioned that this car shares a lot of parts with the 8th gen, right?
Yeah. Okay. You could
cool.
Mix and match a lot of 8th gen SI parts onto this.
Do we know what the specs are on these wheels?
I think they're 6x5s. I forgot. 17 by 6x5s. Honestly, I forgot what the specs are. Yeah, they're not that big.
You're not running any spacers in the back?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, it's a 20 mil spacer.
Because I know the back is something that you really like, and I really like is how it just expands. Like to go to the gym.
And I think that's like the first upgrade someone should do with their CRZ is put spacers on it, because the way it comes OEM, like it's really squished in there and it doesn't look right.
Well, if they're 6.5, yeah.
Yeah.
But that keeps you like that sense of like, dude, I can go a bigger wheel and it's gonna squat nicely. It's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something I want to do in the future is put some bigger wheels on it.
That and the all-wheel drive system. No, that's too much.
There you go. I like the way you're thinking.
That's funny. Got it. Braking system. What do you have?
So I have those are DC5 Type R Brembo brakes, front and back. So they came from my RSX that I was talking about.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, I wrecked it and I salvaged a lot of parts from it, and they just happened to bolt up.
Well, as long as you're safe, that's the most important thing. Cars come and go, but you were able to salvage the brakes.
Yeah.
Now you told me it's plug and play. Is that from the front and the back?
Front and back are plug and play. Actually, the backs aren't. You just have to change, I think, the handbrake mechanism.
Okay.
You just swap that out with your CRZ and put that one onto the Type R caliper, and it bolts up. It bolts up.
Did you have to change like the master cylinder and?
No, nothing. No, I haven't, but I think you can.
And that still worked?
It still works, yeah.
Does it feel squishy? Because I mean the brakes.
No, it brakes pretty good.
OEM ones are one piston, right?
Yeah, they're one piston.
Okay, cool.
This is a 4-pot.
Yeah.
So
you're like, nah, bro. I'm trying to just.
Yeah, it's my daily driver. I haven't really done much to it. It has some covers for the seats with some leather covers. It has a skunk to shift knob with a quiddy boot, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not
no short shifter.
No short shifter. It's a stock one. It's still a stock one.
Which is it throwy? Is it nice?
It feels great. Yeah, okay. It feels great.
It's like the S2000. The S2000 has absolutely the best OEM shifter.
Yeah, exactly.
And people still make short shifter for them, which is kind of wild. Okay. Is it technically a 4-seater or no?
Not here in the States.
Okay.
In Japan it was.
Gotcha.
So, and I think in the EU also it had seats in the back.
Just for insurance purposes. Okay, gotcha. But this is a 2-seater.
Yeah.
2-seater.
I mean, I don't know who would sit, like, you have to be a kid to sit back there. No full-grown adult will be able to, like, I tried sitting back there one time just to see how it would be, and you're like, there's no way. There is no way.
Fat, bro. Not skinny like me, bro. Come on.
That's probably what it is, huh?
We'll try and see if I fit in there. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Very clean, by the way. The cargo space in the back, I mean, very, very, very clean.
Yeah, it has a lot of room, surprisingly.
Yeah.
You could put the backrest down, and yeah, it's flat. You could fit a bike in there.
How's the blind spots?
Horrible.
Okay, cool. So I'm looking at it, I'm like,
that's the downside. Yeah, the downside. It looks good, man. The downside is there's no blind spots, but that broad mirror up there helps a lot with that.
Gotcha. Okay. Any future plans for the interior?
No, not actually, yeah. I do want to modify the seats. I really don't. The seats don't hold you in that great, so I'm gonna try to find some OEM Honda seats that I could probably modify the brackets or something, and make it work in there.
Like S2000 seats, or
I was thinking maybe even newer, maybe some SI, Civic SIs, like the 9th or 10th gen.
Oh, that's cool.
I like those. Those are, especially the 10th gen. Those look very very buckety. So
maybe FK8.
There you go.
My buddy made it fit in the Honda Fit, bro.
Yeah.
And they're so good.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. The FK8. That would be a great idea.
I'm good at telling you how to spend your money, I won't do it myself, but I'm telling you how you spend your money.
Go this route. Yeah.
No, whatever. I think it's cool. I know it's your daily driver, so you probably wouldn't want to do like a recar or anything like that.
No, I was thinking about it, but exactly. I had to like tell myself, this is your daily driver.
You like your back.
Yeah, exactly.
In 10 years, you're gonna need your back.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your back.
Yeah, it's already starting to hurt.
Come on, bro. You're like 22. That's funny. Man. very clean. I really like it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty. The gauge cluster is pretty unique. If you want, you could turn
Go for it. Let me see.
You could turn the ignition so you could check it out. I think it's one of the best gauge clusters that Honda ever made.
Oh wow!
It's very futuristic.
Digital.
Yeah, it's very futuristic.
I mean, the fact that this car was hybrid to begin with. Wow.
Yeah, you kind of see why they kind of made it like that, huh? Because it's a hybrid system, so they kind of want to make it feel a little like you're in a spaceship, I guess.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, it is.
Man.
Yeah, so this is something I want to kind of show you too. Is so I repurposed the gauge over here, the battery light.
Oh, I saw the speakerphone.
No.
You have a podcast or what?
So that there's a battery gauge,
okay.
and I repurposed it for the coolant temperature, because this car. So Honda and this car.
Not today, bro.
No, so.
He was asking about your engine specs.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a K24, bro. You have a K20? All right.
How much power?
How much power? Sorry, so you repurpose a light for the battery?
So the state of charge for the battery in the back. So it tells you cuánta pila tienes, you know?
Okay, so it's percentage?
Yeah, percentage. So it had 8 bars, and it'll tell you, okay, it's high or low, ¿verdad? So I repurposed the gauge to be for the temperature now, the engine temperature sensor.
So it's always at 8 bars?
No, it's super hot.
Like smoking? Yeah, I just gotta repurpose it so it hits the other side, but we're good.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good.
So because this car has a blue light that tells you when the engine's cold, and a red light when it's overheating. You don't know where you're at in between that. So I kind of have this little computer in the back that's repurposing the gauge for
So you're kind of like smart.
I guess you could say.
I go based on like how much smoke comes out of my car, then I slow down. But if not, I still fine.
Yeah, that works too.
That works too. You're like, what is this guy? Man? This is cool. You can make a right. Otherwise, I don't know where we're headed. We're headed to the freeway. Man, the car is super comfortable. I mean, it's not super low, but it's super comfortable. And yeah, it drives like a normal car, man.
Yeah, it feels good, right? Like it's a good daily. You got everything you need. You know, the seats aren't bad.
Yeah, the seats are comfortable.
Yeah,
but I mean,
they're comfortable.
There's no bolster.
Right, yeah.
So like, yeah, that is a concern that if you end up,
if you want to push a little bit on the turns, you know, you're gonna feel it. Like I have to put my leg right here, you know, so I don't go side to side.
Now you mentioned there's not that much space, but you're right. There's not much space, but it's perfect for 2 people.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's about it. Like you don't want to add more people because then, you're not gonna fit.
It's a tight fit here. But yeah, the car's fun. Like it's comfortable. You got everything you need here. Yeah, it's working. The swap hasn't been giving me any problems.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I like it. A car like this, I wouldn't even blink an eye.
Yeah.
Even myself, that I know about cars, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's just lowered a little bit, and that's it. But when you start paying attention to like the brake calipers, it makes me wonder, like, wait, did it come like this, and then obviously the K-series. If I didn't know cars, I would think that the car came with the K-series. It's just the way you did it doesn't look all ratchety, you know. So also that helps your building skills, man.
Yeah, and you could kind of see why. I guess the rumors were they were gonna make like an SI version of this one to compete with the Ford Fiesta, or the Fiesta
the
ST. Yeah, but then they killed it, so Honda like didn't pursue it any further. But also, I guess they were having trouble with their safety requirements. So I had to cut a part of the frame to make the AC compressor fit, and I think that's probably why they didn't like further pursue it. Also, was because they would have to modify too much of the chassis to make this engine work.
That's exactly what I want to hear, Carlos. There's no frame rigidity in my CRZ as we're about to do a pull.
And it's on your side.
So you're under the seats. I had to take out the whole bed. No wonder I feel wobbly, bro. Exactly. Yeah. I'm missing the strut bar on the right side. Sometimes it pulls to the side. So like, no watching. Yeah. I can see why the corporation would be like, nah, let's
it's too much just to.
The juice is not worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Got it.
So they actually did come up with a supercharged version for the hybrid system, like the original engine, that you could buy from Honda.
But you said it's pricey.
But it's pricey, yeah. It's like $7,000. And you know, there's not a lot of parts for that. Like if something breaks, you know, you don't know how the parts are, if they're available.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like that's the best option, you know? Let's see how it sounds under a tunnel. So good. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't know I was with the F1 driver. Bass goes into the wrong gear. Damn. As a power plant, let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, let's check that out.
B20V on this car.
Yes, B20 VTEC.
You salvaged the motor from the DA.
Yeah, B20 VTEC with a Type R transmission.
Calm down. Calm down, baller.
Let me go get the hood prop, sorry.
Typical car guy.
Yeah.
Amazing swap. Not a freaking single hood prop.
Not a hood prop.
Because of the weight.
Hey man,
the good thing is you have a big hatch.
Exactly. Look how easy that was.
That's good. I get excited about like the little struts. Not that. I don't care. The struts on the hatch.
Oh,
it lifted no problem.
It stayed up, huh?
Yeah. The wow factor. Ooh. The crazy thing is that it looks OEM.
Yeah, like I said, that's the whole plan. So I'm kind of glad you said that that it looks OEM, because that's kind of what I wanted to make this swap look like it belonged in here. Like this is how Honda should have released like a CRZ SI. And yeah, I think it looks like it was meant to be there.
Yeah, it looks stock, which is really crazy. So walk me through that. So when do you start thinking about key swapping, and how does that go about?
So I originally had the idea to do it with the GK5, but I was like, I came back to the same conclusion. Like, it doesn't feel sporty to me. Like, the driving experience isn't sporty to me, and this one did. So I always knew I was gonna K-swap this, but there's not that much information for this swap. So, you know, I did a lot of research. I'm glad that VTEC Academy kind of put out some videos of them doing it. So it was a good basis of what needed to be done.
Information. Okay, so you said that VTEC Academy also helped with kind of like just putting some information out there.
Yeah. They already have the mounts and the axles and all that, but like there's not a lot of people like post on forums about this or make videos on how to do it. But they did make a video of them doing it. So you kind of know it's possible, and there is some aftermarket support for it, but on how to do it, and you know the issues you might encounter while you're doing the swap, the information is not really out there.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's challenging.
It's challenging, yeah.
You said it's a K20 Z3?
A K20 Z3, yeah.
Okay, and that's matching transmission.
Yeah, matching transmission. Also the ECU.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
So pretty much that's kind of what you want. There's 2011 to 2012 CRZ. You're gonna want everything from an 8th gen Civic Si.
Gotcha.
And then 2013 to 2016, you're gonna want anything in a 9th gen Civic Si.
Got it. Okay. I'm assuming head block stock, tranny stock.
Yeah, this is 100% bone stock. So I got it from this guy and Dave. His name is David in Anaheim.
Okay.
And he had a bunch of K20s, and yeah, he told me, kind of asked him, well, which is the best one you got? He's all, this one.
Cool.
We got that one. It was pretty much a complete swap, engine harness and everything. Yeah, I got it and did it over the summer.
Now, prior to this, I always get excited about this question. Did you have any mechanical experience? I know you did. You tingle with the DA, but is that just you just getting your hands dirty and just
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much from you know, being a teenager and working on cars with my brother and my cousin, like that's kind of where I got all my knowledge of you know, of being a mechanic, I guess you could say.
Because this is a hard swap.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging. Taking out the whole hybrid system was, you know, kind of challenging too.
Wiring,
yeah.
I can only imagine. Like,
yeah,
especially with the hybrid system, it's just.
Yeah, well, I'll show you right now. There's something I kind of worked on because you got a bunch of errors on the gauge cluster from like the
That's
missing.
fine. That's
fine. Well, that's the thing.
It's my wheels, my fault.
Well, that's the thing. I kind of wanted to make this like it was meant to be here, so I wanted to get rid of those warnings and stuff.
Just create a block off plate.
There you go. Put some, like my dad says, put some cinta aislante, the electrical tape. Just put it over, and you don't see the light no more.
and just crank up the music. And everything goes away.
It goes away.
That's funny. This is great. What kind of radiator?
So this is just a eBay radiator.
Okay.
They have coil, but I was having some cooling issues with the swap. So the stock radiator was not cooling this engine sufficiently.
Got it, man. The alternator is right there, and then your AC lines are like right there as well.
It's a tight squeeze, dude. So I luckily I was able to put this 3-row radiator in there, but I had to put some slim fans in the front because as you can see, there's no space for fans there.
Oh, they're in the front.
They're in the front, yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Interesting. And you kept the AC, which makes it even more, you know, challenging for you to like make everything fit. I'm really amazed at like all the little intricate things that you had to do to make it fit, because it's a hard swap. Are you running 3 mounts only?
Yeah, the 2 on the side and then the rear one.
Now the original one comes with the front mount as well?
Yeah, it comes with the front mount also.
So that reminds me of like the golden Honda, you know, like you do the swaps and then you just take off the front.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You're like, yeah. And then it clears a whole bunch of stuff.
I used to do it with my DA.
yeah. I'm like, okay, you want to have at least 3. That's good. Well, even if you wanted to boost it,
it's a tight.
You can't. I mean, that's so maybe supercharge.
Yeah, it would probably be a supercharger, but still, like there's no room in the front.
I mean, compared to the back, I mean, there's only so you can fab something, and the turbo can be sitting over here, but it just.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze already.
Yeah, you have to take the whole cowl to get to those things. Man, I'm telling. That's it. Kind of reminds me of the 8th gen Civic. You know how it's practically to me almost the same, right? You have to take the whole freaking thing out
just to change
spark plug.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's why like I like the design a lot, but it's just like
yeah. Once you, I had the same mentality, but once you do it so many times, it's like okay, it's not that hard anymore. But still, it is an extra step you have to do that you don't have to do with the old ones. You know, it's just the volada.
Axles.
Axles are insane shaft.
Specifically for CRZ swap, or is it just an 8th gen?
No, they're specific for this platform.
So the hub changes?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't. So the inner one and the outer one are different, and they already have the combination for you to just pretty much plug and play. That was one
as much as the swap, huh?
Exactly. I'll tell you, that's one of the most expensive parts in this whole swap was the axles.
Well, it's funny because I've been, you know, kind of just doing my little research on my Accord to go K, and the axles, bro, it's almost like $600, and the engine is like $900,000. I'm like, but you kind of need it.
You need it, yeah, and they're good. They're really good.
They should last you, right? Because you can push more power.
They have great customer service too. So they told me, got any issues, man? Just bring them back.
That's cool.
I was like, do I need a receipt? He's like, no, I'll remember you. I was like, cool.
We'll see. We'll see when it happens. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, man, I really like it because it's just. I think an officer can pass by and he'll be like, "Oh, nice car. Well, we're detailers, you know." He just cleaned his engine bay. They wouldn't even know, like, unless you really know.
And that's kind of why I put the stock, you know, little intake here because it looks stock. And honestly, it has a cat. It could pass smog. This car could pass smog. So that's kind of the next step I want to do with this. Is get it barred. Get it barred, so it's like 100% legit.
That's cool. Well, dude, I don't know what to say. This is great. The K20 platform is awesome in a light chassis car like this. The K24 would have hit, huh, on top?
No, it clears too.
It clears it?
Yeah,
okay,
it would have cleared.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem was this AC. Like, this was one of the toughest parts to like resolve was the AC.
So what did you do?
So I made custom lines myself.
So these are custom lines.
Yeah, these are custom lines that I made specifically, so I could clear a bunch of stuff. Cause yeah, it was pretty tough to.
I like the fact that you went out of your way to keep the AC.
Yeah.
Because most people would have been like, it's already a headache to just do, okay, let me just take off the AC for a little bit, or just, take off the lines, and then you're running with AC, no AC. But you're like, nah, I want to do it right.
Yeah, I lived those days when I was younger. And
the DA?
Yeah, the DA, and it was not fun, like, with no AC. Especially...
not like Ventura gets hot.
No, it does.
I know, man.
Yeah, it does.
Especially the inlet, I know.
Yeah. And
like
last month, it was like, we had that heat wave, so...
Yeah.
It was like I had no AC at the time with this car, and it was hot.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Plus it's black and the leather. Yeah, brutal for sure. I like it, man. I like it. Keep as is if it ain't broke. But you're like, am I driving an Evo or the Evo 8s, Evo 9s? They don't have the fast turn. Gotcha.
Sounds nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with the go straight, right?
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the exhaust, how it turned out. One more for the boys? After us, boys.
La te decimos si es que, güey. Dije, valió madres. I think you should be very, very proud of yourself. I think that doing this swap is not an easy thing. You could have easily gone with more like a simple setup, an EG and a B16. Like there's more aftermarket support for that. You can probably find parts a little more available. Not cheap, but a little more available than going this route.
Yeah, exactly.
This route, only a few companies have the mounts, the axles, and then the wiring system.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of why I did it, because like you said, like it's something that hasn't been ventured a lot, and I kind of want to go down that road, and it was a challenge, and I'm glad I did it, because it was fun. It was fun doing it, and it brought a lot of memories back from when I was doing this in my teenage years, doing these type of swaps. So yeah, it was fun, and thanks. I'm glad that you also like it.
Yeah, this is cool, bro. I really do, like, because again, I respect all cars, but when somebody does something difficult like this, it makes it seem so flawless. That's when you know you did it right. There's again, the motor looks like it belongs there. The car doesn't feel weird.
Yeah,
it doesn't. There's no. You're not like, hey, you don't mind the noise, whatever. Like, no, the car is still a very working car. And the fact that you put OEM stuff, the clutch is not aggressive. It's practically street,
exactly.
It's OEM, so that's good. You should be very, very happy with yourself, man. Thank you for just sharing this opportunity. And I know that there's somebody out there with a CRZ that has been thinking about this, but maybe sometimes they're hesitant. VTEC Academy, though, does a great job of just really going step by step on what is needed. So
yeah, they're great for that. So it's doable. Like you're saying, if you want to do a CRZ with the case swap, go for it.
It's a lot of work, though, for sure.
Hit me up too on Instagram. I can help you guys out.
Well, that's nice of you. Make a ride on this one.
I have a lot of knowledge now of doing the swap, and
a lot of headaches.
Yeah, a lot of headaches and a lot of troubleshooting. So I could save you guys those headaches.
You're saying what?
So yeah, this is my little Arduino computer. So I made a little software to get rid of the codes up there, or the warnings for it's called the AMA. It's called the Integrated Motor Assist. So when you remove the battery and all the hybrid stuff, you get the errors up there on the gauge cluster. So this one's pretty much removing all those errors.
What?
Yeah, I'm not 100% done with it, because I still have the hill start assist that comes on, and that's part of the engine. It doesn't affect anything, but pretty much you get that warning. So I'm kind of still decoding what's giving me that problem. And once I get that, the car's gonna be like pretty much like it was meant to be.
Like as if it was from factory.
Yeah, as if it was
no lights,
from factory.
No weird things.
And I kind of want to make it plug and play. So I'm in the process of doing that too, is making this pretty much plug and play. OEM, like you come in here and you just plug it in and it deletes all those issues.
Now, how did you come about that? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I'm kind of studying computer science, so
freaking nerd.
It kind of goes hand in hand, and someone already did it on the forums. So I knew it was possible. So I kind of just ventured down the road of doing it.
Gotcha.
So someone had done it already, but there's no information on how to do it. So I kind of just, you know, with the knowledge I've been learning, I kind of wanted to tackle that too.
Got it.
So
alrighty, man, thank you so much for making the time, Carlos. I really appreciate you again driving quite a distance. It's a cool car, it looks nice. I think with people like yourself that are bringing a little bit of light to this, I think more people are going to be more confident in going to swap, because the cages completely changes the way the car drives, I am to assume. And the looks of the car, it looks great, man. So way to go. Thank you for sharing the build with us. I like cars like this. They're different. I really, really like it. So any shout outs, man?
Yeah, just a shout out to my brother, Miguel. Yeah, he's been a great help with this car and the swap, and you know, he's kind of the reason why I got into this. So yeah, just a shout out to my brother.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Damn, sounds like you just held the flashlight. Your brother did all the work. And you still did it wrong.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, shout out to your brother, man, because I mean, it sounds like him and you know, a few other people in your family kind of got you guys into the Honda. So that's also fun, just to be able to see people kind of, you know, progress through their careers and get a little bit older. And really what you're doing, you're just getting a little bit newer platforms, but you're still keeping it true to the Hondas. And it makes me happy that you're still messing with these cars, you know, and you're modernizing and doing changes to a pretty, I hate to say it, but a pretty boring car. You know, it's a commuter, it's a hybrid, gas saving. I think you guys get like 45 miles per gallon. Yeah,
right? I was getting 40 with the hybrid. Yeah, wasn't bad.
Yeah, dude. So you guys get amazing miles per gallon on the original setup, and that's what it's meant for, right? Yeah. And that's why I think that the irony in that is you put something bigger, make it more fun. It's almost like the wagons. That's why I love wagons. They're not supposed to move that fast or look that cool, and then you do that. So kudos to you, man. I appreciate you, and you should probably go for a ride. Let's see how it feels.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Let's do it.
I'll wait for them.
That trailer needs to be case locked. I always laugh. I'm sure they think like, póngase a trabajar. You guys don't have nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a Saturday morning.
Especially like an older guy like that. He's like, damn, bro, the generation is going to waste.
Yeah, dude.
I can only imagine two dudes talking about a car.
They're looking at the engine.
Como los hombres.
Hagan
como
algo,
los machos, you know?
Ya es tarde para que estén aquí nomás platicando.
She's marihuano. Mi amor, vi dos drogadictos talking about a car. Che carro.